45 pounds, and then all of a sudden she's at 27 pounds. One final question. So what were you eating?
I would eat out a lot.
Okay. And did your weight ever drop at normally low?
No, Your Honor.
And how much did you weigh?
Before I was at 277.
All right. So if your weight went from 277 down to 100 pounds or 90 pounds, would you go to the doctor?
I would find out what's going on.
2023 CR 4168, State of Texas versus James Michael Kennedy. Are you James Michael Kennedy?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You entered a plea to the offense of assault, intentionally knowing serious bodily injury. You entered a plea to a cap of 35 years in the prison. The state is opposing your application. State any witnesses.
No witnesses, Your Honor.
Defense, any witnesses?
Mr. Kennedy, please.
All right, Mr. Kennedy, if you can raise your right hand for me, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record, please.
My name is James Michael Kennedy.
All right. Counsel?
Mr. Kennedy, would you say this event with you finding it out about cerebral palsy and having it removed from your presence because of lack of proper nutrition was a real eye-opener to you?
It was.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And during Michelle's life, did you think there was anything unusual about her not being able to eat solid foods? Well, other than that, she probably should have.
Given her state with cerebral palsy, I didn't know.
And the primary caretaker, Michelle, was Norma, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you live with Norma, you're not married to her.
Yes, sir.
Did Norma ever have any complaints to you about something she wasn't allowed to do for Michelle?
No, sir.
Okay. And you've read the report and you're happy with Miss, I can't do her name, Sitsu, the foster mother?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and I read you the expert. Do you agree with what she wrote?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. So do you feel sorry for what you either did or failed to do?
At the time, I wasn't aware, but yes, I do.
Okay. You realize the judge is probably going to send you to prison.
Yes, I do.
Are you asking for something maybe in the 20-year range as opposed to 35?
I am asking for leniency.
No further questions. That's a prosecutor you may want to ask.
Mr. Kennedy, my name is Zach Dunn. I should have a few questions for you, and some of it goes to your statements in the PSI, which is the report that the judge is looking at right now. You basically mentioned on kind of the last page of it that you really kind of didn't know or were unsure of the fact. You said you had ignorance of. She was diagnosed with cerebral palsy at, correct?
I do not know.
With respect to her abilities, things she was able to do, did you notice any kind of comparison between her and others?
Actually, comparison between her and when I was going through high school, I noticed that there was similar.
And are you aware of how much she weighed when the police came to the residence for the first time?
I believe at 27 pounds, but I can't remember.
27 pounds. Does that seem normal to you or abnormal to you?
I do not know. I mean, when I remember how there were others that were her age, more or less, even, and when I was going through high school, I saw that they were about her size.
You're saying when you went through high school personally,
When I went through high school,
you knew that were around 20 pounds in weight, or?
we went to the kitchen cafeteria, and I saw others that were rolled around in wheelchairs that were about the same size.
And what did you make of the fact that Michelle was able to speak and barely even move when the police first interacted with her coming on scene? Is that normal behavior, you think?
I think given that she had cerebral palsy, that it was normal.
And with respect to her diet, do you think it's appropriate to feed someone Oreos, milk, and Kool-Aid to sustain their life as a with cerebral palsy?
Michelle could not eat solid, so she couldn't even eat Oreos.
Okay, but at the time, does it surprise you, or is it surprising to hear now that y'all's statements at the time on scene was that, again, you fed her Kool-Aid, milk, and Oreos?
At that time, given that Norma was taking her to the doctors, and that the doctors were aware of what was going on, I thought everything was okay. Given that now I know that it's not okay, because that could have all been avoided with the surgery of a G-tube, gastrostomy tube.
You said you know about that now.
I do.
So if police had never come and was never involved, what do you think the future of Michelle's life would look like? Again, at the time she weighed 27 pounds. That was a few years ago.
Well, she did lose a lot of weight due to her being sick. It wasn't due to lack of us providing nutrition. It was due to her being sick that she lost weight.
No further questions, Ron.
Read the PSI report, and it said that you had personal insurance.
I did. Oh, I did.
All right. So at that time, you had personal insurance, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
How often had she seen a doctor?
I believe the last time she saw the doctor was in 2020, and I believe it was on a either annual or dual-annual checkup. I left that all to Norma to take care of.
All right. So the last time she saw a doctor was in 2020.
Yes, I believe so.
So did your wife, Norma, have the insurance card to take her to her doctor?
No, Your Honor.
All right. So you had
Not his
the,
wife. They just lived together.
all right. So the person you lived with, were you in a romantic relationship with them?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And were you all living together as boyfriend and girlfriend or husband and wife?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And so you left her in charge of taking care of,
Yes, Your Honor.
and is she the biological mother?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So you didn't give her your insurance card to take her to the doctor for emergencies?
I never was issued one. Everything was done electronic.
All right. So since 2020, you never took her to the hospital, emergency rooms, or to see a pediatrician?
Personally, I haven't. I do not know what Norma has done.
All right. Did you ever ask her, hey, she's not eating right, something's going wrong? Have you taken her to the doctor?
This will actually all happen recent, like because she got sick because of everything that happened. We took her to the hospital to Christus Santa Rosa at first. And
When was that? Was that in 2023?
yes, Your Honor.
All right. I'm talking about before 2023. Unless, and if I'm wrong, correct me. And I won't take offense to you correcting me. It appears that this is something that was happening over time. Am I right? The fact that she's not gaining weight, she's not eating?
No, Your Honor. The way we were giving her nutrition over the time period from until the time that she got sick was the same constant method.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden she gets sick and she lost the weight.
So what was her highest weight? Because this is saying that she was 27 pounds. So before she started dropping all of the weight, what was her weight as?
I believe it was either at 40 or 45 pounds.
So 45 pounds, and then all of a sudden she's at 27 pounds.
Yes, Sean.
So you didn't think to take her to the doctor when she dropped down to 30 pounds?
I would be at work, so when I would come home, I'd always want to try to sleep or relax just before sleeping.
All right. And how far did you go in school?
For school, I graduated from St. Philip's College.
Okay.
I got my certificates for aircraft and power plant.
All right. Thank you. Any other questions, defense?
No, Your Honor.
State, any other questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right. The court will hear argument. The state is opposed to the application. State?
Your Honor, this is an individual that essentially the state doesn't believe has taken responsibility. The litany of I don't knows and I'm not sures doesn't replace the fact that you're talking about who had, as the medical facility diagnosed her with, quote, extreme prolonged malnourishment in the range of above 70 pounds. This is a 27-pound individual who, through the defendant's own words, was fed Oreos, Kool-Aid, and milk, as if being in a vulnerable enough position to be in the world, to be diagnosed with cerebral palsy and have parents that don't take you because their insurance quote has expired and knew about first they knew about the diagnosis, but then they didn't know about the diagnosis, as they later said. The state would, of course, respectfully request that the court take all these factors into consideration, given how this person completely disregarded the health.
One final question. So what were you eating?
I would eat out a lot.
Okay. And did your weight ever drop at normally low?
No, Your Honor.
And how much did you weigh?
Before I was at 277.
All right. So if your weight went from 277 down to 100 pounds or 90 pounds, would you go to the doctor?
I would find out what's going on. Yes.
Okay. All right. The court is going to deny your application. The court will find you guilty. We're sentence you to 34 years in the prison. All right. Well, good luck to you. Okay. All right. I know that's a lot of time, the 32 years and then the 15 years here. Are you Mr. Pope?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with felon in possession of a firearm? If the state proves up the enhancement allegation, then your range of punishment will be anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, you are to agree that you've been previously convicted of one or more felonies for purposes of enhancement. Their punishment is to be assessed at 15 years in the prison. There are no applications. Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest, Your Honor.
To the enhancement paragraph, how do you plead? True or not true?
True.
All right. After reviewing States Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will find you guilty. The court will find the enhancement true based upon your plea of true and based upon States Exhibits 1 and attachments. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor, we are.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor. For the court's information, Mr. Pope has entered in Comal County. He has signed for a 32 years sentence. He was granted 716 days credit for that case. And so we're asking that you run this case concurrent with that case and give him credit for the time that he's been here in Bexar County. It's 260 something days. I'm not exactly, but I did call Comal County and verify for 719 days. So we're asking that you give him credit for that.
All right. And do you know the cause number for the case in Comal County?
No, Your Honor, but I can get it for you.
All right. So this court will do. The court will find you guilty, sentence you to 15 years in the prison. The enhancement is true. Give you credit for any time served in Bexar County. And this will run concurrent with the Comal County case. All right. We can go off the record. How old are you?
35.
All right. I know that's a lot of time, the 32 years and then the 15 years here, but it's going to run concurrent. When you are released, you need to make better decisions. Otherwise, you're going to end up right back here and spending your life at the prison. You understand? When you go to prison, don't become institutionalized. All right. All right. Good luck to you. You're charged with the offense of driving while intoxicated, third or more. That is a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Punishment is to be assessed at 4 years in the prison. There's a $1,000 fine. State recommends community supervision. There's to be the DWI intervention, VIP, and ignition interlock for half the term. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Offense is charged. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest, Your Honor.
Here in States Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We are, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Judge. In this situation, I think if the court would note that the last time he was back in 2009. Mr. Fernandez is employed. He works at the VA and the building maintenance department. He's been there for a period of time.
4 years. 4 years.
I believe he's also a veteran. He's had his works. This particular situation that occurred, he had just lost a friend, and I think he was finding solace in drinking alcohol. And it's not something that is prevalent in his life. Doesn't really happen all the time. This is just one occasion. Judge, one of the situations that Mr. Fernandez is now, I think, looking at, his wife was just diagnosed with breast cancer. Breast cancer.
She started chemo today.
So she's undergoing chemo. And I understand that one of the agreements is that outside the plea bargain, is for him to to do the 30 days house arrest. We would like the court's consideration to allow him to be able to take his wife to the chemo treatments. She does start chemo today, so that's one of those things that we would like to do. The other question that Mr. Fernandez had would be the possibility of, would this court entertain the possibility of him buying out the community service hours? Or would the court want him to perform the community
So
service?
we'll see how he does.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Do you have any children, grandchildren?
I have grandchildren and 2 daughters, Your Honor.
All right. And how old are your grandchildren?
2 years old.
All right. And your other children, I'm assuming, are adults.
18 and 27.
Do you babysit your grandchild?
No, I work nights and my daughter works days. So my son-in-law works from home, so he's always with the baby.
Okay. All right. It appears that you have an alcohol problem. You're one of those people who should not be drinking at all, because this is your 3rd DWI. And I don't know the circumstances behind the other DWIs from 2006 and 2009. But if those were DWIs picked up because something bad just happened, that's a problem, because then you drink when something bad happens. Or if they were picked up because you were celebrating things, then that's a problem. I will tell you, the life of the attorney is so difficult, and I understand why there are some attorneys who may have alcohol problems. You know why? Because you get cases
Dealing with people.
and they're bad cases, and then it's like, hey, let me have a drink to, decompress. And then you win a case. Let me have a drink to decompress. So that appears to be the cycle you're in, and you're going to have to stop that. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. The court is going to sentence you to 4 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 4 years. There's $1,000 fine that will be probated.